Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. AI agents will use crypto to transact with each other, says former Goldman Sachs executive. Here's his outlook. Next, Senate proposal for crypto tax exemption is long overdue. Also, Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs discloses over $418 million in spot Bitcoin ETF holdings in new filing. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, AI agents will use crypto to transact with each other, says former Goldman Sachs executive. Here's his outlook. Ex-Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal is predicting that artificial intelligence, or AI, agents will one day use crypto assets to transact with each other. In a new video update, the Real Vision CEO says that in the not-so-distant future, AI agents will probably going to use digital assets to pay for things like electricity, with the transactions remaining outside of traditional finance systems. AI agents are coming into the world. An AI agent is like you going to Fiverr and hiring somebody to build your website and hiring someone to do your marketing strategy and all those kinds of things. Somebody goes off, does it, comes back, brings it. Well, AI is going agentic, and we're going to start to see these kinds of tools coming into our existence. So once AI does them instantly, obviously we'll probably need crypto payments. You know, an agent needs to pay for its electricity, or the AI model needs to pay the agent for the electricity and compute. And I think we'll use cryptocurrency to do that, because last time I checked, AI can't get a bank account, so it doesn't go into the economic systems. It's never going to transfer money over SWIFT. It's never going to happen. So we've got to change of how money gets used within this new economic machine as well, which is one of the reasons I'm so bullish on crypto overall. Powell also believes that AI could bring an unprecedented rate of innovation in the crypto space within years. Let's say you're in the crypto world. You see this amazing decentralized exchange, and you think, I want to build on this idea. You have to spin up a team, raise some capital, and let's say it takes you 9 months because you're moving really fast. Then you launch your product, then you need to market it, etc. Well, in the world of almost where we are today, and certainly where we'll be within a year or two, you just go to the AI and say, hey, listen, look at this amazing new decentralized exchange. I want to copy and improve it. I want to do it in Hindi as well, because I want to find different markets, and I want to integrate it with XYZ system, and it will just design the whole thing from a prompt. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline, Senate proposal for crypto tax exemption is long overdue. 4 senators are fighting to exempt low-value crypto transactions from federal taxation. Congressional approval for their proposal is long overdue. Bitcoin policy has been the talk of the town in Washington, D.C. ever since former President Donald Trump, Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis, and presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. all announced their support for a strategic Bitcoin reserve at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. Yet the renewed introduction of another proposal in Congress flew under the radar, and it's long overdue, creating a tax exemption for taxpayers who pay with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has become many things to many people, but one of the original purposes was to create a new kind of money. Yet capital gains taxes act as a major obstacle to achieving this end. Just consider how complicated the tax makes something as simple as buying a cup of coffee with Bitcoin. First, a sales tax is usually a flat percentage added onto the bill by the merchant, but figuring out what you owe for the capital gains tax falls on you. It requires you to report the sale price, cost, timeline, and gain or loss associated with each transaction. All of this information must be recorded on Schedule D of Form 1040 to find the tax owed. Second, capital gains tax rates are specifically structured to encourage long-term holding. In other words, the tax discourages people from using cryptocurrency as money. It's as if the government were to tell you that you can't cash your paycheck for a year or you'll be fined. Between the compliance burden and the incentive structure, the capital gains tax is a major barrier that stops people from using cryptocurrency as money. In fact, just reading this description is likely to discourage people from even considering spending cryptocurrency, no matter how many Bitcoin accepted here signs they see. This problem is one that members of Congress have been seeking to solve for a few years. As part of that effort, Loomis and Senators Ted Budd, Kristen Sinema, and Kirsten Gillibrand introduced their proposal, the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act, to the 118th Congress in July. As Coin Center's Landon Zinda described it, the bill creates a sensible de minimis exemption from capital gains tax for low-value cryptocurrency transactions in day-to-day use. How would this exemption work in practice? Broadly speaking, if a person uses cryptocurrency to buy something that costs less than $200, then only the sales tax would apply. Zenda further pointed out that the proposal mirrors existing rules where U.S. law provides a similar exemption for foreign currency. There are a few strings attached, though. First, and most obviously, a transaction must be made for a good or service in order to be eligible for the exemption. Capital gains would still apply if someone were simply cashing out their holdings. In fact, capital gains would also still apply for purchases made with the intent to flip or resell the goods in question. So, the senators seem to be focused on solely creating a safe harbor for small consumer purchases made using cryptocurrency. One small concern with the approach, however, is in the way the bill aggregates related transactions. From a technical perspective, the condition seems like an attempt to prevent people from structuring transactions. In other words, it prevents people from breaking up purchases to avoid crossing the threshold. From a practical perspective, however, it's not clear what the limits would be to this aggregation. In any event, clarifying this condition and even raising the $200 threshold are simple amendments that could be made. And what matters most is that the senators clearly recognize that this approach would fix a very real barrier to fostering a more competitive marketplace. It's certainly understandable why the idea of the U.S. government stockpiling Bitcoin dominated the headlines, but cutting down the red tape and removing barriers to cryptocurrency use for individual Americans is something people shouldn't lose sight of. It is long overdue. Our next top headline, Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs discloses over $418 million in spot Bitcoin ETF holdings in new filing. New filings reveal that financial services titan Goldman Sachs is holding hundreds of millions of dollars worth of spot market Bitcoin exchange-traded fund holdings. According to new Form 13F filings submitted to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, banking giant Goldman Sachs holds $418 million worth of BTC ETF shares. Other blue-chip investors also disclosed their BTC ETF holdings. Institutional investors such as BlackRock, Bitwise, ARK Invest, Invesco, WisdomTree, Grayscale, and Fidelity also were found to be holding widely differing dollar amounts. While BlackRock, a firm with over $10 trillion with assets under its management, holds about $240 million worth of BTC ETF shares, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest holds just $0.3 million, while crypto asset manager Grayscale holds $35.15 million. Other notable BTC holdings include Invesco's $56.19 million, Fidelity's $79.55 million, and Bitwise's $8.3 million, according to the data. In March, it was reported that Goldman Sachs's clients started investing in crypto derivatives after the launch of BTC ETFs in January. At the time, Max Minton, the firm's head of digital assets in Asia, told Bloomberg that the launch of the ETFs renewed interest in crypto with Goldman Sachs clients. The recent ETF approval has triggered a resurgence of interest and activities from our clients. Many of our largest clients are active or exploring getting active in the space. It was a quieter year last year, but we've seen a pickup in interest from clients in onboarding, pipeline, and volume since the start of the year. So this concludes Crypto Top Headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.